Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another tutorial. In today's video we are going to be making my Neapolitan Fur Baby Granny Square sweater. This sweater can be used on dogs and cats of all life stages. This is an easy pattern. If you are a beginner, this video will guide you and help you thoroughly to help you make one of these. We have also made some straps for the chest and also for the belly here. And these are really optional, and these can also be adjusted as needed for your fur baby. If you would like to learn how to make this lovely sweater, just keep on watching. For today's tutorial, we are going to be using this color by Big Twist. This is a pink color, and the name of this is called Medium Rose. And this is a 4 medium worsted weight yarn. We will also be using this color by Red Heart Super Saver, and this is in the color white, and this is also a medium 4 worsted weight yarn. Also we'll be using this brown, and this is also by Red Heart, a number 4 medium worsted weight yarn as well. The name of this is Cafe Latte. For today's tutorial we will be using this G6 4.25 millimeter crochet hook. And if you'd like to tuck in your ends, you will also need a yarn needle. And to clip off those odds and ends, you will also need a pair of scissors. I am using these pair of whiskers that I got at Michael's. We are going to start off with doing a magic ring. To begin, chain 3. We already have a chain there, so what we are going to do is chain up 2. 1 and 2. After you have chained 3, we want to put 2 more double crochets into the very same ring. Okay, so there's your chain 3 and a double crochet we just did. We want to yarn over, go back inside, pull up a loop, and yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. We are going to repeat this 3 more times. Chain 1, and then repeat what we did, putting 3 more double crochets. So we want a total of 4 corners around the ring. Chain 1 and repeat again. You can also close this a little bit if it starts to get too big to maintain control of the magic ring. We got 2 so far. We need to do this 2 more times. Well, I've come to the end, and we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 corners. Before ending, we want to chain 1 and then close this if you have done the magic ring. And this is what your work will look like so far. And it's really hard to tell because we are using a white color, but do not worry, you will be able to see it in the second round. Slip stitch to the top of the chain 3 at the top right here. Okay, and because we are changing colors, we want to go into the next 2 stitches with a slip stitch. Okay, and then I like to go to the corner just like that and chain 1 and then finish off and reattach my new color. So let's go ahead and do that. To change your color, stick your hook through a corner and pull it through. Okay, so you have that sticking out of the corner. And what I like to do is I like to tie it in a knot, and everybody has a different method on how they like to join their new color, and lately I've been doing it this way. And you can secure it by tying it twice if you like. Now that we have joined our color, we're going to begin, and you are going to work corners now. So chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Place 2 more double crochets into this stitch. After chaining 2, you want to put 3 more double crochets into that same stitch. So we have made a corner. You want to chain 1. So we are going to continue to do this all the way around, putting 3 double crochets, a chain 2, and then 3 more double crochets into the same corner. And as soon as I finish here, I will come back and we will finish round 2. I have come to the end of the round, and I just wanted to point out that when we come to the end, you will put a chain 1 at the end before we slip stitch to the top of the chain 3. So this is what my work looks like so far. It looks really pretty, and I really like how this medium rose color just contrasts the granny square from coming from like a white to a really beautiful bright color. So we are going to slip stitch to the top of the chain 3, and sometimes this is a little difficult for me because I tend to chain and crochet tightly, but we're going to join to that. Okay, and then we are going to slip stitch to the next 2 stitches to get to this corner over here. So go ahead and slip stitch and get to that corner. 1 and 2, and then just go into that corner right there, which is what I like to do, and then chain 1 and then finish off. And I am going to join my new color, which I am going to be joining this beautiful brown color to go around this square. So let's go ahead and join our color, and I will be back as soon as I get done. Now that we have joined our third color, you are going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. After that, put 2 more double crochets into the same corner, and we should have a total of 3 double crochets, including that chain 3. And then we want to chain 2 because we are building our corner, and put 3 more double crochets into that same space. In this next stitch, we want to put 3 double crochets all into that same space. And you guys should be pretty much familiar with the granny square method. If you guys have never done it before, it's really simple, I promise. It's pretty much just repeating the same thing from here on. So after you have put 3 double crochets, you just want to chain 1 and then go into this next corner right here. And as you can see, this is like where I finished off. You want to work over those tails as you are going to. So I have this corner right here, and what we did here is what we want to do in this corner right here. So 3 double crochets, chain 2, and then 3 double crochets. So I'm going to kind of pick up the speed here. Chain 2, and then put 3 more double crochets into there, okay? So there's 3 double crochets, chain 2, and now we're putting a total of 3 in that space right there. And then chain 1, go into the middle right here, and then put 3 double crochets. So that's starting to fall into place. As you can see, our square is starting to shape out. Go ahead and keep repeating this all the way around. In our corners, build the corners by putting 3 double crochets and a chain 2. And then put 3 more double crochets, and then in between, right in the middle, you will put just 3 double crochets and a chain 1. So go ahead and continue that, and I will meet you guys at the end so we can move on to the next round. So as you can see, our square has really come out beautiful, and I have come to the end, and I have not finished off just yet. I have already joined to the top of the chain 3, but I just wanted to show you guys how adorable this granny square is coming out so far. So what we want to do is slip stitch into the next 2 stitches and then make it to this corner and then finish off. And what we want to do is keep repeating this as many rows as needed. So we are currently on row 3. I'm going to continue this for 3 more rows and I will finish off. And this is the end of round 6. And this measures 6.5 by 6.5 inches. And all you have to do is just make a square as big as your pet is, and all you have to do is lay it on their back and see how it covers. If it covers really well, all you have to do is continue with the tutorial. Very simple, very easy and basic. We are going to attach our yarn anywhere, and we are going to single crochet around the whole entire square. So I'm going to attach medium rows, although medium rows is right here. I really want the pink to stand out the most. So I am going to attach my yarn, and I will be back and I will show you what to do next to single crochet around. I have joined my yarn to the first double crochet in a corner. You can join to any corner that you like or any stitch. And what I am going to do is just chain 1, and I'm going to single crochet into the very same stitch, go into the next stitch, and I'm crocheting over that slip knot when you begin. So just do and work a single crochet around your whole piece. And when you get to these chain 2s, go into the corners and just put 2 single crochets in those corners in the actual space, and then continue to work back into those stitches. Okay, just like that. Then when you get to, of course, the space, just put 1 single crochet in that space, and then continue to work 1 single crochet around the whole piece. Okay, so just go ahead and repeat what I did. We got to a space, put 1 single crochet, and then 1 single crochet in each of those 3 stitches. And then remember, when you get to that corner, put 1 single crochet in each of those stitches, then put 2 in that space, and then continue your work all the way around. I am going to continue to work this all the way around, and I will be back as soon as I come to the end. I slip stitch to the first single crochet and tucked in my ends, and that's all you have to do. It's really simple when you finish off. So what we want to do is make the side of the belt, and we are going to turn our work on the side that we want our belt strap to be on. I'm going to take the pink color and attach right here, and I'm going to show you where. When you turn your work, what you're going to do is pretty much eyeball where you want the strap to be. So the neck piece is going to be right here on this side, okay, and then when you flip your work, the belt is going to be on this side. There's the third, here's the corner of the granny square. We're going to count 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go to this third stitch right here, this first stitch right here, and this double crochet 3 cluster right there. I'm going to go above this very first stitch, and I'm going to mark that. That's going to be the first stitch. And then we want to take our second marker and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So it's going to land into the second cluster right there in the middle. And that gives us 6 double crochets. I'm going to stick my hook through there. And again, you can join how you want to join. I'm going to pull that through. Just pull that, and then you're going to tie a knot. I have marked my work. I know where I'm going. I just removed mine. So you're going to put a single crochet into that same stitch, and you're going to put one into the next 6 stitches where I showed you to place them. So there's 3, there's 4, 5, and then there's the 6, which is going to land in the middle of that double crochet right there into that second one. You're going to chain 1, turn your work, then you can just clip any loose ends, and then go back into the same stitch. When you turn your work, single crochet into that, and single crochet into the next 5 stitches. And you're going to work this as long as you want. This is going to be something that's very stretchy, so you don't want to make this too long, especially if you have a really small dog. All you have to do is try it on your dog, and your dog is going to be your guide to how long you want to make this belly band under their belly. So I'm going to make mine as long as I feel like I want to make it. I don't have a small dog on hand, like an extra small dog. So what I'm going to do is just pretty much eyeball it and stop where I feel like it's pretty good, because actually I'm winging this. I am making this as I'm thinking, believe it or not. And this is how I make all my patterns. I usually don't really like to sit down and write them. I like to just pretty much make them and record them, because that's just me. I'm just very spontaneous and creative like that. So I'm going to continue to work as many rows, and I will let you know how many rows to do on the side right here. So keep continuing to work as continue to make as many necessary rows for the belly strap. When you have as many rows as needed, you are going to go into a right side. Okay, you want to make sure it's on a right side. I have done a total of 8 rows, and we are now going on row 9. I've already chained 1, and what you want to do is do a decrease. Okay, you're going to do a single crochet decrease, and then work 1 single crochet into those next 2 stitches, and then single crochet 2 together to decrease. Okay, so now we have a total of 4 single crochets. chain 1, turn your work, and then work a single crochet, and we are wrong side facing, and all you have to do is chain 2, 1, 2, and miss 2, and then go into the last stitch with a single crochet. Okay, chain 1, turn your work again, and we are now right side facing. Sorry, I'm like trying to think. You are going to go into the same stitch, put a single crochet, and then put 1 single crochet into those chain 2 space right here. Put 2 single crochets. Sorry, you guys. Okay, so then you're going to put a single crochet into that last stitch. Okay, and that is going to be the belly strap. Now what we want to do is turn our work on its side, and we are going to work along the sides and all the way around one more time, and we're going to put a single crochet. Okay, so what I like to do is I want to put another single crochet from where we just ended for a corner, and then I'm going to go and match my rows and put 1 single crochet on each row. So I see that this is the next row after this one, so then you're going to put 1 here, a single crochet here, and then match it here, and then go in there. I'm trying to go into the chains if I can. Then that's like the next one, so go in there, and then there's that one. And that's pretty much it. Just go around working a single crochet all the way around your whole piece, even the granny square. So after this, you're just going to work around the whole granny square. So I will be back as soon as I come to an end, and then we will continue with what to do next. Okay, then now you're working the granny square. So this is what my work's looking like so far. That's how the strap looks. It looks really clean, right? So let's go ahead and continue to work this, and I'll be back. Okay, so I have come to the end, and I haven't finished off yet because I just wanted to show you guys quickly like what my work is looking like. So all I did was go back and work up like we did this section, and when you come up, yes, you are going to single crochet into the stitches on the top and all the way around, and then just slip stitch to the top of the first single crochet we made. And this is how the belly strap looks, and it's fairly stretchy. And then how it works is your sweater, like let's say the neck is going to be here, you're going to put a button here and just put it right there, and then your button is going to go through. But we're going to do that last. We're not really worried about that right now. So for right now, we're going to get started and start working on the neck. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Taking medium rows, we are going to chain 7, 2. After you have chained 7, turn your work, and as you can see, we have the opposite of the chain. I usually don't do this, but I want to do it for the sake of the sweater. So turn your work and go into the second chain from the hook. It's the same thing, it's just the stitches on the opposite side of this. So put 1 single crochet into the second chain from the hook, and put 1 single crochet across, and we should have a total of 6. And there's nothing different about this. I mean, what you could do is work on the opposite side if you want. Just chain like you normally would. Just put 1 single crochet across. But I'm working into the back loops of the foundation chain, and that's just because I want to have a cleaner slate at the bottom, which is what this looks like. So continue to put 1 single crochet. For row 2, chain 1 and turn your work. And as you can see, this is what the loops look like on the bottom. It just looks a lot more cleaner. That's why I decided to do that. You don't have to use that technique. You can just go about and do it normally like you normally would. So what you want to do is turn your work, and you want to work into the back loops only now. And so there is a back loop, and you're going to go into that first single crochet. Yarn over and pull through. And you're only putting 1 single crochet, and so it's going to give us this ribbed effect, and that's what you want. So I am back, and this is what your work should look like. And you are just going to finish off, chain 1 and finish off. You aren't doing anything else. You're just going to do that and then clip it at the end. Tuck in your ends. I'm going to tuck in my ends right here. And then I'm going to get my needle ready because we are going to be sewing on this part to the sweater. Okay, so this side will be sewn on right here. This is just for the top of the sweater. So go ahead and tuck in your ends, and what we want to do is go to the last stitch here at the corner. Okay, the very last stitch before it starts turning this way. You don't want to go all the way over here. You want to go, oops, you want to go right here at the end, because this is the last single crochet before it starts actually turning, and then that's how you know. So as you can see, I already tied it in that corner, and I cut off this yarn already on the opposite side, so we can just pretty much tuck in our ends after. What you want to do is go into the first stitch that we attached to, go back out and pull that through, go into the very first stitch at the corner, pull that through, and then go into the second row, and then go into the second stitch at the bottom around the granny square, and then pull that through. So lots of yarn tails over here. And then make your way from the back into the third row. Okay, pull that through. Okay, and then go into the third stitch, which is a one directly on the bottom of it, and pull that through. So you're pretty much just going from behind, going into each row, pulling that through, going to the direct stitch underneath it, pull that through. So you're just ultimately connecting them row by row and stitch by stitch. Bottom, and then go back into the bottom stitch to connect that. And just continue to do this until you get to the end. Okay, so I am back, and this is what my work looks like so far, and this is what it should look like. And on the opposite side, it looks really clean, as you can see. And I really would advise you guys to use a stitch marker to put corner to corner. Okay, so I got this really cute button that I'm just going to pop on the sweater, and what you could do is see where the button ends and lands. So it lands right here, and that's where I'm going to put my button. So make sure that when you are doing this, because there are loose stitches, that you are capturing the yarn when you're going through the back with your needle. because then if not, it's going to be easy to fall off. It's going to come off your baby, and you don't want that to happen. So just make sure that when you are sewing this on, you're capturing some of the stitches like I'm doing now. After you've attached your button, I went to the corner of the right shoulder and added a strap to the right. And I attached the main color, put a single crochet into the same stitch, and then put one single crochet into the next 3 stitches for a total of 4 single crochets. For row 2, chain 1 and turn your work. After you've turned your work, you want a single crochet into the same stitch and put 1 single crochet across for a total of 4. You can make as many rows as needed, and it all depends on the size of the dog's chest. I went ahead and worked up to row 8, and once I got to row 9, I went ahead and single crocheted into the same stitch, chain 2, skip 2 stitches, and put a single crochet into the very last stitch. When you've reached row 10, you want to chain 1 single crochet into the same stitch and put 2 single crochets into that chain 2 space, and then put 1 single crochet into the last stitch, chain 1, and finish. After that, you can go ahead and attach your cube button to match your fur baby sweater, and you want to make sure that you capture that button into the stitches as well, and use your main color yarn, and then just clip off the yarn after tying it. And that's pretty much it. You can go ahead and join your button to your strap, and that's pretty much it. Your sweater is complete. So this is the final result. And as you can see, I did put a chest strap just for the comfort of the fur baby. You can make this longer as needed and customize it to your pet. Same thing goes for the belly strap here. You can make it as long or as short as needed, and the way you determine this is just put it on your pet and see if it fits. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much, and I really hope you guys enjoy this and try this tutorial. If you haven't, please do not forget to give a thumbs up on this video and leave a comment. And if you are a new viewer of mine, I want to welcome you to my channel and say thank you for coming by today. Please do not forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, you guys.